Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. We are back to where we should be in the league table, up to 4th place. Since the last episode we've played about 4 games and as you can probably tell, we've done quite good to fly that far up the table that quickly. Before we get into the matches though, we've got a new feeder club. It is FFSA National Training Centre of Australia, who used to be called FFACOE or something, FFCOE, something like that. So this is the team that used to, I don't think it's the team now technically, but the FFACOE used to produce all of the good Australian footballers that ever came out in real life as well, not just in the game. So I kind of asked the board for a feeder club and they said, do you want to pick? And I went, sure. And they gave me the option of Australian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean and Indian teams. So I went Australia. I found the FFSA National Training Centre and thought, you know what, let's go for it. They quite obviously at the moment don't have any players. Hopefully now that they are our feeder club, they might start pumping out some youth players over the next couple of years. In between episodes then, we've played 4 games, 3 in the league, which we have won all 3 of them, and 1 in the Champions League, which was a defeat against Porto. We started with an absolute battering of Lorient, a 4-0 victory here. Hassan Kamara, Franny Katiba, Given Lavelle, and Dinko Stefancic with the goals here. Then against Monaco, a 2-1 victory. Divis and Kaya with the goals for us here. Kaya, I actually played as a right-sided midfielder, and he scored a goal. Against Porto, we got FM'd. They went 1-0 down, one man down after 28 minutes, thanks to Ronnie Lopez getting 2 yellow cards. Dennis Mann scores the winner. However, look at those match stats. We had 24 shots, 11 on target, not a single goal. They had 7 and 4 on target. They played for most of the match with 10 men, and we lost. We really should have won this game. Annoyingly, we quite clearly didn't win it. And the final match in between episodes was against Toulouse, and it was a 3-1 victory. We went 1-0 down after just 37 seconds, thanks to Wim Lankheet, and then Franny Katiba, Francois Chile, and Vanderlei with goals for us to give us a 3-1 victory here. It does mean that we are up to 4th place in Ligue 1, back to where we should be, in my personal opinion. It is very similar to every other year that we've played in Ligue 1, where PSG running away with it, then you've got a nice little cluster of teams. I say nice, as if I'm not in the middle of that cluster. You've got a cluster of teams. Currently this season, it's Nantes, Lyon, Dunkerque, Lille, Rennes, Toulouse, St Etienne, and maybe Lens, who are kind of within touching distance. I know Lens are 10 points behind Nantes, but they're kind of in that region. Then you've got the middle bit, which goes down from Toulouse down to Dijon, who there is only 7 points separating from 7th down to 17th. So yeah, we are at the moment in the Champions League spots. We need to just keep winning matches. Up today then in the first match, it's going to be Lahav, who are down in 16th place, and then we're back in Champions League action up against Manchester United, if I remember correctly, this time at Old Trafford. Oh, and a tiny bit of transfer news as well. Ahmed Youssef Moussa, the Qatari, who I think is now French. Pretty sure he's now French. He's not French. He's got 75 days left until he becomes French. He's gone out on loan to Al Duhail, who are Qatari by the looks of it. Match number 1 then against Lahav, a team that have beaten us a lot, but that was back in the days when we weren't very good down in League 2, and they were managed by Patrick Vieira, I think, at the time, when they kept beating us. We are now the much, much better side. Hopefully we can pick up a nice easy 3 points here, putting us on 28 points. We will just be 1 point behind Nantes, although Nantes are playing Lyon. I'd like that to be a draw. The starting lineup we are going to go for then. In goal is going to be Daniel Gerrits. He's been complaining about not getting first team football, so I thought, let's give him a match. It's Lahav. They shouldn't be beating us, really. Back 4 of Thomas Prados and Trevulzio as the 2 fullbacks, Pokravac and Vanderlei as always the 2 central defenders in the middle. Ruben Becerra should probably be one of those central defenders, but Pokravac and Vanderlei are an amazing partnership together. They are so bloody ridiculous right now. Hassan Kamara and Juan Manuel Blanco will be the 2 central midfielders, with Given Lavelle on the right and Dinko Stefancic on the left-hand side. Our top scorer, that's right, he's our top goal scorer. Where is he? Franny Katiba, number 5. He's currently suspended for picking up too many yellow cards, which kind of sucks. The front 2 for this match then will be Dominique Coffey and Francois Chile. We are struggling to score goals from our strikers. Angel Zambrano, he is bloody ridiculous. Look at his abilities. 18 finishing, can't seem to score a goal to save his life. If we look at his form, his last 3 matches, 6.2s and 6.3s there. He got a 6.7 against Monaco, still didn't score. Couple of assists against Lorient though. Actually, you know what? We're going to play Zambrano. Zambrano is our best striker. On paper, he is our best striker. He should probably be playing. I've just seen here we promised Kevin Turner to get more first-team football. Fine, you can play ahead of Blanco, and then that's the problem with you, Kevin. You don't play either of those two positions, do you? You're a deep-line playmaker. Right, we'll put you that side. Asan Kamara can just about play as a segundo volante. That will do. No, it won't. We'll also clear the subs bench and get old Yunus Kabul to select the subs. A 4-4-2 for Lahav. I feel like they always play a 4-4-2. Their goalkeeper is a Deschamps. Is he Didier's son? I hope he's Didier's son. I don't know. He might be. He's just called Remy Deschamps. He's not great, is he? The first highlight of the match then is after just 1 minute, and we do manage to steal the ball away from Lahav. Kofe runs forward, finds Stefancic, plays it across to Kevin Turner. Lose my voice. We've hit the post. It's gone in. What happened there? I lost my voice. We've scored. Dinko Stefancic has scored after 1 minute and 20 seconds. That is going to be a really weird piece of commentary for me to edit. See, what happened is I needed to sneeze. I paused the game, I sneezed, came back, pressed play, highlights started running, and my brain went, nah, you still need to sneeze again. We're winning, we're into third place in the table. See, normally I would edit that highlight out, but because we scored the goal, you're now going to have to hear me make some extremely weird noises. Travolzio to Kevin Turner. Where is he going to go? Runs forward with the ball, goes for goal from a very long way out, and hits it wide off the post. We are 20 minutes in, and so far, Lahav, I don't think have even got into our half by the looks of it. They've not had a single shot. We've had 8 and 4, but only 1 goal to show for it very early on in the match. Lyon are beating Nantes as well, I've just seen. So, yeah, we are now going to be 2 points behind second place. We are going to be one... Hold on, no, Nantes have just equalised. Fair enough. Kofe with a ball to Stefancic, crosses in. Given Lavelle is there. His 5th goal of the season. The two wingers once again combining. This time it was Dinko and Given Lavelle with the goal. And somehow our wingers are just amazing. No matter who we play there. Like, some of these players aren't very good. Given Lavelle, he's a very good player, but he's not world class. Same with Franny Katiba. He's not world class by any means. Stefancic, also, he's very good, but he's not world class. Seems to be having a load of fun scoring goals from the wings. Ruiz with a free kick for Lahav just before half time, and how have they managed to put that in? Thomas Anderson with the goal. It is 2-1. Their first shot on goal has gone in. Half time then, it is 2-1 to us, the two wingers scoring the goals. Thomas Anderson's late goal in the first half, pulling one back for Lahav. What are we going to do at half time? I'm just going to get Yunus to do that. Do we want to change anything up? No one's playing badly. Prados is on a 6.6, which means he's probably going to come off, because every time I've basically realised with Thomas Prados, if he starts playing badly, just get rid of him, because he's only going to get worse. Kai has come on, by the way, who I'm pretty sure might be considered a wonder kid. I know Abubakar Niare is a wonder kid, not sure about Kaya. Stefancic goes for goal from the free kick, hits it just wide off the post. No, Kaya's just a fullback. He's actually very near his maximum potential. Maybe we look at shifting Kaya on. On the hour mark, it is still 2-1. Not a huge amount happening in this second half. We're having so many shots, but we're still not scoring any goals. Zambrano, once again, 6.7. He's played 70 minutes in this match. He is going to be coming off, if I can pause the game. There we go. Zambrano off for Marco Vergara, who has yet to score a goal this campaign. Maybe we do another change as well. I keep forgetting to put old, what's-his-face, on the bench. Jean-Pierre Lecomte. He's perfectly fine to play. There is no reason why he shouldn't be on the bench. I just keep forgetting. We're going to do a Chile instead. He's going to play just behind Marco Vergara for the final 20 minutes. I can see Lahav getting a goal in this, getting a goal very late on in the game. We're going to draw 2-2, and I'm going to be very annoyed, and I'm going to take it out on Zambrano, aren't I? Final couple of minutes, I'm going to shout at them. I'm not sure whether it's going to make any difference. We've got 4 minutes of injury time. I would just like to, just end the match now, to be honest. There are 30 seconds to play. I'm hoping this is just a final highlight to run out the clock. It does mean, though, that Le Havre have the ball at the moment. Le Gaulle forward to Petit. He's going to play it back to Koch, across to Anderson, who's already scored once. It's gone off the pitch. It's going to be a throw-on. Take as much time as you need, Kaya, to take that throw-on. It is a 2-1 victory against Le Havre. Wasn't the most exciting game of football in terms of highlights. Once again, we've battered them, and we only had 2 goals to show for it. Can I see who had the shots? Is that possible? That's just clicking on Marco Vergara. Dunkerque stats. Here we go. Where do we find shots? Shooting. So, who had all of our shots? A lot of them. Dinko Stefancic get 4 shots. We had 3 from Kofe, 5 from Kevin Turner. Why are you taking so many shots? That seems ridiculous. Maybe we need to tweak the tactics slightly and make that defensive midfielder not shoot as often. So the victory does leave us in 4th place. We've got 28 points. Nantes and Lyon must have drawn. They didn't. Lyon won. That would explain why we're down into 4th, doesn't it? So we are 2 points behind Lyon, 1 point behind Nantes. We are 10 points behind PSG because PSG can never be caught in this game. And Mark van Bommel has been sacked as the Leicester manager. Why is this news? Why is this turned up? Am I going to be offered the job? What's going on here? I mean, I'm not in any of these lists. Why is this here? Right, deep lying playmaker has shoot lefts often, but Turner has the shoots from distance. He does have 14 long shots, so I mean, maybe 14's a bit too high because he clearly isn't that good because he only had 1 on target out of 5. We are on the day of the Manchester United game, and I'm sat here looking at Angel Zambrano. He is a wonder kid. He's a 2-footed, 20-year-old international caliber striker, a wonder kid, 3.5-star accountability, 5-star potential. Stats-wise, he is flipping ridiculous. He's just so bad. He's played 12 games in the league and scored 0 goals. 12 games in the league and 0 goals. So what I'm thinking of doing is where do we do it? Training? I think it's training, isn't it? So if we go training, let's do a trait. So let's go with Chiellini. Let's see, finishing training. Right, what I want you to do is I want you to shoot all the time, okay? Just constantly shoot. Try first time shots. Fewer long shots, no. Do we do attempt first time shots or place them in the top corner? I'm thinking first time shots, Don't think, just do. That's what we're going with. That makes sense. Thanks, Giorgio Chiellini. Now that bit of business is out of the way, it is time to face Manchester United again. Our 4th time playing United. We've never beaten them. We've got a draw, obviously, a couple of episodes ago, a 2-2 draw. I can't see this one going as well as the last match. The starting lineup we're going to go for then. In goal will be Calvin Matupa. Abubakar Niare will return to the starting 11. I think this is his first match in a very long time, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check. No, it isn't. He just didn't play against Lahav. Yeah, he was out injured for a very long time. Came back against Porto. Of course he did in the last episode. Alongside Niare will be Ruben Bakera, Vanderlei and Todor Popov. Bakera's come in because Pokrovac's on an 89% condition, so don't really want unfit players playing against Manchester United if we can help it, apart from Todor Popov, who's 90%. Asan Kamara and Juan Manuel Blanco will be the defence midfielders. Given Lavelle and Franny Katiba will be the wingers. Kofe and Zambrano will be the strikers for this match. And you can see there, Lavelle with 5 goals, Katiba with 5 goals. We've got 10 goals from left and right midfield. Not even wingers, midfielders. Hopefully, I don't need to sneeze at any point during this match. So the first highlight won't involve me struggling to talk properly. I will take a draw. I think from this match, I will take a draw. We're currently sat second in the table because PSV must have drawn with Manchester United. It means Porto are very, very close to us. A draw kind of is a must, because if we lose, PSV, you'd have to think we'll be beating Porto. And a draw might actually do enough for us to get into the Europa League anyway. First highlight of the match, Luis Eduardo to Colin, across to Chiesa. Kenzo Jahano goes for goal, and it hits the back of Matupa after hitting the post. It's going to be a corner. Chiesa goes over to take it, crosses in, Matupa comes off his line, easily claims that, the South African goalkeeper does. Porto are beating PSV, which means Porto move up into 3rd place on 6 points. That is the worst result. Lennon Eduardo goes for goal, he has hit the bar, and number 9, Asante Kamara, can kick the ball out for a corner. It's going to be Chiesa once again to take the corner. It's towards the penalty spot. Kamara can get it cleared. Jahano across to Landace with loads of space, but hits it over the bar. United are all over us so far, which I kind of expected that. Show some passion, lads. Early on, give them a good old bollocking. Didn't actually affect anybody body language-wise. They all kind of stayed exactly the same. 4 players are nervous, and Given Lavelle's taken a knock. Pulled knee ligaments. Apparently, Given Lavelle has got pulled knee ligaments. You're going to have to come off, because that sounds horrendous. We're going to go with Francois Chile on that right-hand side. It's not ideal to be doing a sub that early on in the match. Half-time then, it is 0-0. Manchester United having most of the chances. We have had a few. Clearly not good enough to be shown, but we've had a couple of chances. Just get Yunus Kabul to do that. Look at some of these numbers. A 6.5 for Katiba and Zambrano. A 6.4 for Kofe. This is not good. A 6.4 as well for Abubakar Niare. Didn't even see that. First highlight of the second half. Franny Katiba's got the ball in the penalty area. Chile smashes it across goal. It is cleared for Manchester United. That could have actually started something there. I'd like PSV to win, please. I really don't want Porto to win. Chiesa with a corner for United. It's Baja's there. Lennon Eduardo is there. It is 1-0 question mark. It might be offside. It is. VAR has disallowed it because he's offside. He's very clearly offside. He was not offside like that. He was a lot further offside. Kofe needs to come off for Kevin Turner. Kevin Turner, the former Manchester United man, scores wonder goals for fun. Hopefully he can do something. He loves a long shot. Let's give him a demand more as well. We've not had a shot on target at the moment. Popov with the ball in his own half. Plays it long upfield, but towards absolutely nobody. Kieran Tierney forward, headed back though by Vanderlei. Landes Jahano plays it all the way across. Luis Eduardo crosses in, and we are 1-0 down. Kim Sung-chul with the goal. That was a bit of a mess of a highlight. That started with Todor Popov deciding to run the ball out from his own corner flag. And lots of balls like that just lumped over the top of everyone. That's not particularly Manchester United style, is it? Well, that's not ideal. Porto have now moved up into second place. We are now in third, PSV in fourth. It means the final match of the group, if it stays this way, will be massive because we could finish anywhere from second down to fourth, depending on what happens in that match. Popov's making mistakes, Vanderlei's making mistakes, Niare's making mistakes. We've just not showed up today. We've just decided we're going to go to Old Trafford and just have a lovely time and play at Old Trafford, but not actually try and win a game. Chile's running with the ball, but gets tackled. Todor Popov plays it all the way back to the South African goalkeeper, Calvin Matupa. Finds Bakera. Niare, who hasn't done much since he's been on the pitch. In fact, what he's done is he's just given the ball away. Colin's going to go for goal, but hits it just wide of the post. Niare is having an absolute shocker. I said since he's come on the pitch. He hasn't just come on the pitch. He's been on for the entire match so far. Final sub, Niare's coming off because he's worrying me. He's doing so badly. It's another match as well where Zambrano isn't going to even get a shot on target, let alone a goal in this one. Final highlight of the match then, and the full-time whistle goes. We need to give a massive thanks to Calvin Matupa. A 7.2 rating, saving 8 out of 21 shots. We didn't have a single shot on target. Not a single shot on target at all. I mean, we only had 5 shots. Who had them? Abubakar Niare had 2. Also, Hassan Kamara had a shot. We had 1 shot from, is that Zambrano? No, it's given Lavelle. And Kevin Turner also had a shot when he came on the pitch. So our striker didn't even have a shot by the looks of it. I'm going to get Yunus Kabul to do that. And then I'm going to aggressively say, not pleased with you. You look fired up. Good. Also, Niare, aggressively, you were abysmal, look stressed, don't care, you don't get a talk, you can also get an aggressive, you were terrible, and he also lose confidence. Perfect. Management 101 there from me. Well, that wasn't exactly the ideal week of football, was it? Or midweek of football in the Champions League. Porto beating PSV, losing to Manchester United. It does mean if we go and have a look at the groups, we are now in third place. We do have goal difference on our side. We also have a victory against Porto on our side. If we draw with PSV and Manchester United beat Porto, we should in theory finish second. I believe. I'm not 100% sure because we saw a couple of episodes ago we were top of the group despite the fact that there was no reason for us to be top of the group. That is going to do it then for this episode. The next episode is not very far away at all. It is going to be Cannes and PSV. Obviously, the PSV match we've just mentioned could decide, or will decide, what happens in the Champions League. Cannes are... where are Cannes? I think they're doing okay. 13th place. We've also got Strasbourg and Nantes. Nantes are third. So I'm wondering whether we maybe do Nantes and PSV with a little Cannes sandwich in the middle. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back next time for the PSV match and maybe another one, probably another one, definitely another match as well.